Sometimes as an artist, you can end up with nightmare clients because why is there like an uptick in clients taking artwork made by an artist and then running it through AI? We have this post in the subreddit r/art business posted by user grapefruit underscore 7536. It's titled Advice Needed. Client used my art to generate AI images. And Grapefruit writes, a while ago, a Twitch streamer commissioned me to draw a profile photo for his channel. He was happy with the result and after some time reached out to me again, asking for some emotes and banners, but he wasn't happy with the price I've offered him. I assumed that he would try to find a more affordable artist, though my prices were ridiculously low. But after I checked his Twitch channel, I saw he uploaded AI generated art on his banner using the same art piece that he commissioned from me before as a prompt, and his emotes were trace versions of my art with poorly drawn expressions on top. I really hate that my art has been used this way, and I feel that it's wrong to do so without an artist's consent. Is there anything I could do in this situation? I mean, throwing in just a little bit of 2 cents, I have an Etsy shop where I sell emotes and overlays and stuff like that. Occasionally, I'll have somebody trace my art and steal it. Like, this was happening before AI was a thing. I made a bunch of TikTok videos about, like, the instances. I have these, like, bee emotes, and they were pretty popular for a hot minute. And then one time, I had somebody trace all of my bee emotes. Like, they were using it on their Twitch stream. And I don't know how I came across it. I don't remember. I think maybe somebody told me because they recognized my art style. But I took a look at that and then I was like, yeah, that's not my art. It looks like my art, but I know I didn't make that. Like, I know the essence of my art and that's not it. And I DM'd them and I was like, yo, can you take this down? I will sue you. Threatening legal action tends to work. And they were like, well, I didn't make it. Like, my mods made it. And I was like, okay, regardless, please take it down. I don't care who made it. Somebody, you or somebody around you, trace my art and put it on your Twitch stream. And they were like, no, but I'm a single mom. Like, I can't, like, I can't afford emotes. And I'm like, there's so many free emotes out there that you could have used instead of like violating an artist, my right and my copyright and my boundaries. It's just weird. Don't do that by literally tracing off the emotes. And what I sell my emotes for $1 each on Etsy. And I know like $5 is a lot of money in this economy, right? It could be like a drink for somebody, etc. It could be like a meal for some people, you know. Art is a luxury. Twitch emotes are a luxury. If you can't afford the $5 emotes, that's totally fine. Don't trace somebody else's work. Don't have somebody else trace somebody else's work. Anyways, if you put a strongly worded email where you threaten to escalate to legal ramifications if they don't take it down, you might have some grounds to fight it. I am based in the US, but that's at least what I did. The 3 times this happened to me so far. And a commenter adds, might need to be one for r/legal advice, but the key questions are, was there a clause allowing for transformative or derivative works based on your work? Was the commission including the price of copyright and license? Did you receive any money for the work you did do? Was there an agreed upon commission price? The last 2 parts are the most important because if there has been no transaction for the work, you can contact the host with your evidence so far and highlight that the client has been using artwork without permission from the copyright holder and thus violating their terms and conditions. To note, fair use is covered, but this isn't fair use in the sense that a commission hasn't been paid for to transform the work concerned and would not have otherwise existed without said commission. Definitely get legal advice though, because depending on the answers you have a pretty easy case. And obligatory, not a lawyer. Another user says, I don't think there's much you can do here, but legal advice might have other ideas. In the future, you could add something in your contract about not using your images with AI for commercial use. Putting it on a Twitch page is commercial use. Private use would be hard to enforce. Another commenter adds, I make people sign a waiver saying they can't use the art they purchase in any way but for looking at and displaying. Not sure if this is a loophole. And OP responds, that might be a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. And another commenter adds, for future jobs, make sure you have a contract that outlines usage rights and ownership. You own the art, you're just granting the client permission to use it, such as a profile photo on this one app or whatever. Any other usage will require an additional agreement. Then they should understand they legally can't run it through AI or trace it. Since your client is a Twitch streamer, I'm assuming they probably don't understand ownership rights about art, so they probably don't know they broke a rule. You can confront them calmly. That might be awkward and they might argue or even say they didn't do that and you can't prove it, or they may apologize and remove it. Or you could try to sue them, but that would be a whole mess. In this situation, you might have to walk away with a lesson for next time. Every artist, unfortunately, has at least one story like this. And OP says, I tried talking to him, but it was no use. I think I'll let it slide this time and take it as a lesson to write more detailed contracts next time. And other people were suggesting that the artist in the future glazes and runs their art through Nightshade to avoid people from like trading AI and like running it through AI. And this is another case posted in r/graphic design by user moose_rich. And they write, client fed my art to AI. Anything like this ever happened to you? This is the original artwork. This was their album cover design. This is super sick. It features kind of like an angel sitting on a stretcher being carried by somebody wearing all black with like a black hoodie pulled up and then somebody in a brown blazer with a parental advisory sticker slapped over their face. And this is the fixed artwork, which features the same angel on the stretcher with the same brown blazer parental advisory sticker person. And then there is a figure also wearing all black, kind of holding the front of the stretcher. So again, we kind of have the side by side. And I feel like it sucks because the AI took all the details the artist added out of it. Like the details are so cool. I love the cityscape in the background. And then the stoplight here, and there's a glass in the corner. And Moose adds, "Hello, I was completely shocked by this. A client fixed my cover art with AI. What are your thoughts on the subject? I was pissed." The top comment says, "No, I have not had this happen to me, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna start happening to everyone." And another commenter adds, "I guess we need a, quote, you can't put my work into AI to create new work, end quote, section in contracts now." And OP adds a clarification, "I was very cooperative with the client, showing him photos of the whole process to make sure the cover was to his liking. When I sent the final design and asked if he was happy, I got no response at all. He had paid in advance, so everything was fine, but it bothers me that I didn't know what he thought of the final design. A few months go by and I see his album on Spotify completely changed by what it looks like AI. I confront him about this and finally get a response. He said he was unhappy with my cover, so he changed it. I might be overreacting, but it made me really sad. I would have made any changes he wanted. Credit to the brilliant artist Hugo Simberg and his work, The Wounded Angel. I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this correctly, that I used in my collage." And another commenter responds, "This is why in any contract I send out, it has a clause stating the design remains mine. Any and all changes and tweaks need to be approved by me. If a client doesn't want that, they can buy off me for a specific fee related to the hours of work I needed to complete the design." And another commenter replies, "In other words, copyright." Other people were saying that the copyright doesn't belong to the artist as well because it was based off of this piece, again, The Wounded Angel, which again features a person wearing all black and a black hat, carrying a stretcher with somebody in a brown blazer carrying the rear end with the wounded angel sitting on it. And in the artist piece, that angel was actually like collaged into the piece. The other characters are different, the front and the back and the other pieces as well. But the angel is the same, which is the core element of the artwork and basically the core element that was kept in the piece itself. So like, is this a case of the musician or whomever did it ran OP's artwork through AI to then create this? Or is it a case of the byproduct is the fact that Hugo Simberg's artwork was actually essentially run through AI as a proxy to this whole situation? It's all like really winded and messy. To conclude this whole thing, I have a third story. I just thought this was interesting. This is a post made on Threads by user Sins Art. And they write, "Somebody commented, quote, 'You, what an AI slop,' end quote, to my art from 8 years ago. Interesting." This is the art piece in question, posted October 21st, 2017. There's only 3 comments on it, but the little icon says 5, so there's probably like 2 hidden comments you can't see because, you know, if there's like a bunch of hate comments or whatever, Instagram would hide it. This is an absolutely gorgeous piece. Sin's art is beautiful. If it is the case, right, that like somebody left a comment like that, that's absolutely wild. But I just wanted to mention this because a lot of people, I feel like with the rise of AI and stuff like that, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm afraid to show my art because like, what if people think it's AI? What if people leave hate comments like accusing me of using AI?" I'm just here to show you this is just like a use case example of it. Don't believe these hate comments because they don't even know what they're talking about. What do you mean you left a hate comment on a post from 2017 accusing it of being AI generated? This was like way before AI was a thing. Gen AI, that is. So anyways, if you get these hate comments, if people are leaving dumb comments, don't believe these dumb comments. The commenters don't even know what they're writing. And I guarantee you they type a stupid little comment and they move on with their day and they literally never think about it again. They probably should, honestly, to double like check their actions and think about, you know, hey, what they're doing with their free time. But they probably don't. So you shouldn't give it a second thought anyways. So just want to share that with you. I'll also have Sin's art linked down below if you want to go check them out because their art is really, really beautiful. So with that, if you like this video, I appreciate it. If you like and subscribe, don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital art there like the bee emotes, frog emotes, whatever. I also have a coffee with free resources like a free sponsorship guide. And I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out. So I'll be live streaming on Twitch whenever I heal up from that because I don't think I can talk for a while or I might be like kind of swollen. We'll see. So anyways, I hope to catch you guys in a Twitch stream or in another video. Peace.